Hello everyone. In this tutorial I'm going to be showing off Gnome 2. Um, One of the major updates of Ubuntu 11.04 is the release of Gnome 3. Now, the only way you can actually use Gnome 3 is if you actually have the 3D accelerated drivers installed uh, with an appropriate video card. Now, and if you don't have that, you'll actually have to use Gnome 2. So I'm going to show off Gnome 2 right now, and in a future tutorial I'm going to show off Gnome 3 because the update is rather significant. Um, so to get started, for those of you who have not used Gnome 2, it's it's rather intuitive. If you're coming from Windows, you shouldn't have too much trouble getting around. Um, as you can see at the top here, if we want to go to applications, we can see we have accessories. This is all installed by default. I haven't added anything else. We have accessories, games, graphics, internet. We have Firefox installed. We have the Empathy Internet Messenger. You can add accounts like Windows Live, Facebook Chat, stuff like that. It's all going to be integrated into one application, and you'll actually see updates up here. You can see you would actually change your status, and that's going to apply to all your accounts, if I recall correctly. Anyways, you can see we have LibreOffice installed, which is essentially OpenOffice, but there were some licensing issues, and LibreOffice is essentially the more free in terms of freedom of the two versions. As you see, we have the Banshee media player here, Bacero disk burner, movie player, stuff like that. In a future tutorial, I'm going to show off installing applications. But first, I'm going to actually show off the main window desktop environments: Gnome 2, Gnome 3, and KDE 4. Places, it's essentially going to be like your My Documents. You see we have music, pictures, videos, downloads, etc. The one thing you'll eventually learn is that the Linux file system is quite a bit different than Windows. As you see here, we have a lot of folders that kind of seem weird to some people, like aside from maybe temp and CD-ROM and stuff like that, maybe media, you might know what that is, and home. Some of these you might have no clue what's actually in them, and I'm going to cover that in a future tutorial. Yeah, so, and now we have system and preferences. This is going to be like your control panel. It's going to have multiple options for configuring things like mouse, monitors, stuff like that. Bluetooth, Ubuntu One, which is essentially a service that allows you to upload files and keep them online for you to access on other machines and stuff like that. I think there's a free and a paid for version. I haven't really looked into it though. And now we have the administration. A lot of these are going to be stuff that an administrator would actually use. Go figure. Like installing applications, Synaptic Package Manager. I'm going to get into more about actually installing applications. Update Manager, managing users and groups, stuff like that. Then you have stuff like lock screen, log out, shutdown. You can kind of guess what that is. Lock screen, I'm actually going to show off now. Lock screen, what it allows you to do is, say you're away from your desk and you don't want anyone to actually like screw with your computer, you can actually lock the screen, and if they need to get back to you, they could actually, they have no control aside from leaving a message and assuming they don't have your username and password, but they can leave you a message. So they can be like, hello, I need the report by 5. and they can save that. And then when you get back from your coffee break or whatever, you can type in your password, and as soon as you unlock it, you're going to be presented with this dialog box telling you, hello, I need the report by 5. Okay, I'm trying to think what else. You have the volume button here. You can mute, turn the volume up. You don't actually control Banshee from here. Sound preferences. A lot of this is rather intuitive. You can kind of guess yourself what each of this means. This is mostly just a quick tutorial, just to add to the completion of the tutorial videos. Yeah, that's gonna be about it. Here you can manage. You can manage your networking options. You can actually disable the network here, enable it again. If I was using a Wi-Fi card, I would actually be able to manage the settings here. I think that about covers it. Yeah, change the desktop background. You can right-click on the desktop and then change that. I'm kind of assuming a lot of you actually know this information, but I figured I'd do a video anyways. And yeah, that's about it. Till next time.